Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Fetch Quest podcast, where we talk about video games and more. I'm your host, Connor, joined by my fellow co host, Liam.
Hey Connor,
Liam, what happened to you?
they turned me into a gun, Connor. I'm Liam Gunn.
That was the unfunniest shit I've ever seen.
I didn't expect you to understand. You just don't understand highbrow humor.
Okay. What do you even do?
I shoot stuff.
Okay, so are you gonna be useless the entire game and just say some stupid catchphrase, or do you actually have value?
I have value. I'm good. Like, no. Bazinga. That brings us into the topic of today's video, the game that is High on Life.
It's
It
a video
was
game that you can play and spend $40 on.
Yes, it was made by Squanch Games, which they've made games that are basically just the same game with a different font, like High on Life, Trover Saves the Universe. I think those are like the big ones.
Yeah.
But
It
High on Life is probably like their most well-known game.
because of funny Rick and Morty man.
Well, I think
Who
all of the games involve Justin Roiland to some extent, but
uh so,
he is a main character in this game.
so they've all got a domestic abuser in their midst. I gotcha.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, because he's Trover, and Trover saves the universe.
Ah.
Um,
I guess I guess the reason why High on Life got so because I've never heard of their other games, and I think the reason why is because when High on Life came out is when I think Rick and Morty was like at its peak.
also because it was on Game Pass, so it was
Game
free.
Pass, yeah, that's how I played it. So
That's how I played it.
that's also fair.
That is exactly how I played it, and I'm so happy because
That's
if you haven't guessed by now, me and Connor do not enjoy this game that
no,
much.
I didn't. I would go as far as to say this is one of the worst games I've played, which yeah, no, I stand by that.
I think this game is just so unmemorable, and like the thing that you spend the most time doing, which is, shooting, is so unsatisfying in this game that
Well,
it's
the
just
thing
like,
is, yeah,
it's
we'll
just
get
what's
into
the
it
point?
later. It's
Because
not only unsatisfying, it's downright, at least in my opinion, downright obnoxious. Which
yes, I agree.
you shouldn't be in your game all about shooting guns. I'll just say that. Which we'll get into the many reasons why, because I'm. This is just gonna be a spoiler alert. We're not gonna talk about the story or characters because there really aren't any in this game. The protagonist is just a mute kid who
Yeah,
doesn't talk.
you're a mute kid who literally has nothing going on in his life. That is, by the way, um that is the like synopsis of the story.
Yeah, that you are just a bum who just happens to get a super powerful spacesuit and access to guns, alien guns. And the alien guns, which are the real main character, or the real characters, I guess, are so disinteresting and annoying that I could not give less of a shit about them. Um,
It's I don't I think the one I liked the most was what was his name? Kenny?
I
No.
can't remember their names. I'll be so
I
real
think is
here.
Kenny the main one? I actually forgot all of their names.
Here,
Yeah,
we're gonna do some.
if you're a fan of High on Life, I'm just gonna say it now. This is not the video for
This
you.
is not the video for you, dude. All the power to you if you like this game. We don't. So you probably want to skip this one.
Yeah, but whoever the like shotgun guy was with like, I think it was green.
Yeah, yeah, I like that guy too. That
That
guy's
guy was my
cool.
favorite, but my least favorite character was the main one. The main gun you
Uh,
get was
by the
who was
way,
basically just Morty from Rick and Morty.
uh, I just want to say right now that the main gun is Kenny. The shotgun, that's the frog. That guy is Gus.
Gus. Okay. Okay. Yes. So Kenny, the main character, absolutely sucks. I think he's incredibly bland, boring. They couldn't come up with like an original voice for him, so they just gave him the Morty voice. And
Which, yeah,
which
it's
which
a
is
lot.
it's just I don't think it's very good. I think all of the guns because I think we're like top of the synopsis. Should we start with the synopsis first? Like go more in depth with
You
that.
know, we're 6 minutes in. We should probably start with the
Okay,
synopsis.
so
Um,
you like we said you are a boy, or you're a nondescript character who is out of high school, no job, no ambition, and
no
then aliens
business.
invade and they steal your parents. I think, and
Well,
you
no, they
get
don't steal them. I'm pretty sure they. Oh wait, no, they do kidnap them. I'm thinking at the end of the game. Never mind, you're
yeah,
right.
yeah.
They do
They
kidnap your
kidnap
parents.
your parents, and then you get put on like an alien city, and you have to go save your parents by basically becoming an intergalactic bounty hunter, and you have to kill all this guy's henchmen. So like it's a go kill one boss, go to new late location, kill that boss. That kind of like gameplay loop, which can work. Not in this game though, um,
Nope.
because everybody is extremely unfunny, and
And
there's
annoying.
only like 3 or 4 jokes that I remember actually like laughing at.
Yeah, same here. Um, the
But
the
the
one of the jokes that I did find really funny was the trolley problem one. That's
that's one of the ones that I thought of too.
yeah,
I
because
like
you
I
know
like the fact that you could just watch full movies in the game. That is hilarious.
that is pretty funny. Yeah, my like I think that the main thing that this game suffers from, which I'll just say, the synopsis is literally that you just go into all these different areas, kill a boss, get a new gun or an ability or something like that, and you just keep going back and forth and stuff like that. It's very simple.
Yeah. And so each area there's like different areas. There's uh like an ant infested like slum area if I remember correctly, a jungle area with a bunch of like Care Bear knockoffs, like a desert village. Um oh, I can't remember anywhere else.
Honestly, you remembered more than me. The only thing I remember about this game is the forest area with the Care Bears.
Because I remember the Western saloon place and the like first area with all the ants. Oh, and there's like like several like the space station with the annoying whatever her name is, Needler knockoff from Halo gun.
Oh yeah. If I consult my tomes, aka the High on Life fandom wiki, her name is Sweezy.
Sweezy. Okay. And then there's like a research facility where you find whatever the like weird guy's name is. I know it's like a stupid name. I
Creature.
just can't remember it.
It's literally just creature.
Yeah. Those are like the main areas of the game. And there's also a knife. I think his name is just Knifey or something like that.
And then there's the best character in the game. Let's do it.
Les Do It is the best character in the game. So you
And
go
the
through all these different areas, shoot a bunch of guys, and then you go fight a boss, and then some guy has like a funny little one-liner. Most of the time it's unfunny, and then you go kill some more guys, and that is the whole gameplay loop. There's some other stuff you can do that is honestly so much better than playing the main game, which is just you know get put in like random situation and then watch some stupid like joke unfold, and then sometimes it works.
Yeah. Um, so we're just gonna go ahead. I'm just gonna go ahead and start into the biggest thing for me, or the biggest problem with this game for me, and that's the humor. Like, and I get it. Humor is subjective. Humor is, like, trust me. I don't. I'm not gonna say like I'm the person that had like highbrow comedy or is like it has to be a smart joke to be funny. I will laugh at the dumbest shit imaginable, but the biggest problem with the humor in this game is that it is built like a Rick and Morty episode, but lacks any of the pacing. Because it will just bombard you. Like, I legit think you cannot go like a full minute without at least like two or three jokes being thrown in your face. And it's just such a bombardment of jokes from these characters with either annoying voices or they're just annoying in general, and you're just constantly getting hit in the face with these jokes that it just becomes so stale and so annoying very quickly that even if there is a funny joke in there, it's surrounded by so much shit that it's the most it gets out of you is like a smile or a chuckle if you're lucky.
Yeah, okay. And to like talk go more into this, the main plot of the game is just human are drugs and you must stop it. And that's like the main that's like the butt of a lot of jokes is people see human and go, "Oh, I want to like smoke you." And then um all of the like the main plot of the game is just painfully unfunny because they just throw joke after joke after joke with no build up, no punchline, and I think that's just a problem with this game entirely. Is so many funny things that they try to go for just have zero good build up or like structure for a joke, and is instead just like gore humor, um cute thing does something evil, or just like zany
Something
like
fucked like or something fucked up happens to cute creature, because that's, I'm just gonna say it now, that's the entire joke of the Care Bear forest area, is that, oh, these adorable little Care Bear things get shot and their fucking limbs get blasted off from the evil bad guys, or they
and
go
then
through like fucked up experimentation. It's like, oh wow, that's so
and
funny.
then the joke gets, don't worry, it gets even cooler, because then the joke is that the Care Bears get like uh more deranged as time goes on, and then they start becoming like murderous Care Bears now, and that's supposed to be really funny. But the entire time I just wanted to get out of that location. I wanted to leave because I don't know why I finished this game, I'll be honest. I just like
I
I think it
finished this. Here, the thing is with me, it became a thing of spite, where it was like, I know I didn't pay for this game, but I feel like I've lost a part of my soul to it, and so I'm gonna finish this because I'm never getting that thing back. So I'm finishing it just so there's at least something I get out of this.
I think oh no, I remember why. It's because like in the slew of just mediocrity, there were genuine moments where I was like, wow, this is actually like pretty funny. And most of them were in like one of the like side things you can do, which if the main like humor of your game is all locked behind side content, I don't think that's a well designed like game that's supposed to be funny. Like
No.
it's all optional stuff that was also tied behind some like tedious side questing instead of being like main humor joke, because like there's one that I enjoyed that was like really like it's stupid, but that's like Connor said, we like stupid humor, which was this guy's taking you through a tour of his town, but you're like much bigger, and he's like showing you all the places, but because you're so big you start destroying the town, and he's just like he's just screaming at you to stop, but because of like where he put you into the middle of the town, you can't stop destroying stuff. And like it's a dumb joke, but that one landed for me for some reason. And it was like moments like those where I was like, wow, I can actually enjoy the game. And then I just got hit with, haha, I pooped myself, haha, I pooped myself. Wait, look, I'm having sex with an alien.
Yeah, it's
It,
just it drains the energy out of you because it's like we'll get into the gameplay later, but it's not like the gameplay is that much better to like because it's like if it was insanely unfunny and obnoxious the whole time, but it had like baller gameplay with where it was like, oh my god, this is so much fun, and then like sure whatever, but at least in my opinion, it doesn't have that.
I think the
It makes it be
gameplay is
boring.
weaker than the humor.
Yeah, because
I feel like we should, if we've talking about it so much. I feel like we should start talking about the gunplay.
yeah, and the a big reason that the gunplay, at least to me, is very much ruined by the humor because the guns are the only people who talk. So you'll be doing stuff trying to focus, and then you've got fucking Kenny having your like, well, I just killed a guy. You just made me kill a guy, and it's just like, stop, please, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, it's really bad because I also just think the enemy design, enemy like types, and even the guns themselves are just incredibly bland. I don't feel like a good sense of variety like I would in like
Well,
a Doom game like it because
yeah, because
I'm
there's
gonna
no
compare
point
this to
in
Doom because
because that's what
they're
it
both
is.
they're both first person shooters and they both are like reliant on switching between guns and like different enemy types. But this one is so all the guns feel incredibly bad to use. They feel incredibly clunky, and all the enemies are just like health sponges to where you're just shooting like the same enemy 15 times in a row, and then you have like a horrible amount of like bad enemy placement, bad enemy AI, and it just makes the game feel incredibly sluggish to go through. And then
Yeah.
you're going through it expecting a reward at the end, and then the reward is just a bad joke or more fights that suck.
Yeah, and the thing too with the gunplay is like I know you said it's very reliant on like switching weapons and stuff like that, but I'm gonna be so dead ass. Most of the guns are fucking useless. Like,
There's
at least for me.
there's four guns. I'm trying to remember which ones are like good.
Well, there's technically five because
Oh,
of Les Do It,
yeah.
but the thing is that you don't get Les Do It until like near the very end of the game, so there's no point,
It
which
is the
sucks because
final level that you get Let's Do It in.
he's the best character in the game because he only says one phrase and it's funny. It's not even annoying. Like that is
He does say Let's Do It, and he says it in a funny way.
yeah, and so like he's immediately the best gun in the game because he's not an annoying piece of shit.
I'm
But the
trying to
problem
think.
is
I think I really just use Gus.
I I only use Kenny because like I could shoot from afar or I could shoot close range. Where with Gus you can only he's a shotgun, so you can't really
Yeah,
shoot him close range.
but he also had like the quickest time to kill, so I used him the
That's
most.
also true.
Because like, here's the
But it's
thing,
like there's no
it's not a.
point.
Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say there's no point using Squeezy because she's a shitty Needler ripoff, and there's no point in using Creature because his projectiles are dog ass. Like he's useless. Both of them are useless.
Eh,
You've really only used Kenny and Gus the entire game, and Kenny's annoying as fuck, so you don't want to use him.
yeah. Same with Weasley. Both of them are like extremely annoying. I think Creature and Gus are a little less annoying. Still annoying. Um, but I think my problem is even if like people are there are gonna be people that are like, oh, you this game sucks because you're not using everything to your advantage. But using the other guns just feels bad. Using any of the guns, to be honest, feels bad. But using those guns like specifically just feels awful because they don't feel the gunplay doesn't feel good to start with. So you just want to get the gunplay over with. So you want to be optimal.
Yeah, like there's legit like I genuinely don't think as soon as I got a creature and like tested him out, I was like, okay, this guy's fucking useless, and never used him again.
I
And
tried
it's
to
like,
experiment with
there,
him and
there.
it just
The
didn't
thing
work.
is like I would want if the gun, if like the movement and the gunplay felt fun and the enemies were fun to fight, I would be more in line of like, experimenting and stuff like that's what Doom Eternal does. Is like Doom Eternal, like that's really the only Doom game I've played, so that's what my gonna be my point of reference. But there are a decent amount of weapons in that game, and they're all and the movement and the enemies are all so fun to fight that I'm constantly experimenting and switching weapons up and stuff like that, and I think it's really fun to like traverse and stuff like that. But when every single action you do feels sluggish or obnoxious, it's like there's why would I not want to just use the most optimal way for me to get through this as quickly as possible? And I'm just if your shooter game is like that to where the player is literally like, I just want to get done with this, it's a bad game.
Yeah. I'm also just like, now that I'm a lot older than when I usually like mostly played shooter games, I'm a lot more averse to the genre because I think it's one of the most repetitive genres.
Yeah.
Um, but like I think a problem I have is the fact that like there's not there's not very many like redeemable qualities. There's there's like the humor, which is supposed to be like really
It's
big.
supposed to be like the biggest selling point of the game, because that's what it.
I like maybe I'm not the target audience for this game. I don't think I am. Actually, no, I should be, because like the target audience is dumb humor, but the dumb humor is done in a way where it's not funny because it's dumb. It's just really um vulgar in like the worst way. None of the characters are interesting. I think the only character I like genuinely had like fun with like sometimes was what was his name? Who's the guy that just like lived in your home? Gene.
I think that's his name. I could not tell you.
I remember him because he made me laugh, and that was like wow. And this is something that Connor is gonna go, I did not know that Zach Hadel voices a good amount of characters in this game.
I did not know that. Yeah,
Um,
because I'm looking through like the things right now, like the fandom wiki of the characters, because again I genuinely forgot so much about this game. Um and yeah, no, I forgot Gene was a whole character. It says he was voiced by Dave Herman.
wow. Yeah, it's just there's. I think that another problem is, even as someone who has not seen Rick and Morty, and I don't think I would enjoy it based on this game alone. So many of the jokes felt repetitive.
Yeah, it was just like the same thing, but now in a different font and stuff like that. Like there's barely a difference between most of the jokes, and that's why I think it gets stale and boring after a while. Because, like, I'll just say this right now. Anytime I try and think of like a positive for this game, I just can't really. Okay, I'll say this: there are a few positives I can think of, but they're so small that it just gets eclipsed by all the bad shit in this game. Because it's
I
like,
like now that I'm like thinking through the game. I liked the little detective guy that you had to like remember the little detective buddy.
pseudo.
Is that his name?
He was the like suit assistant, and he would sometimes dress up as a detective.
Yeah, I liked it. I liked him because I liked his voice, and I thought he was silly.
Yeah,
Um,
but like it's like
it's in a
here's my
slew of
thought.
it's in a slew of like the most bland, uninteresting. I don't think there's a single character design that I really remember, because they're all just like, hey, look, I'm a wacky alien, or I'm Care Bear. Like, I remember the Care Bear because that's kind of the point, is they're supposed to be memorable because they're like, oh, look how cute we are, and now watch as we get brutally murdered or brutally murder something.
Yeah. And the thing is that like if I'm thinking about this and like genuinely thinking like what would I consider a positive of this game? One, the Jack Black cameo at the end. I thought that was pretty funny.
Jack
I
Black and
just like
Maya Rudolph.
yeah, I just like Jack Black. I think he can be pretty funny. Um Two, let's do it. And three, that one trolley joke, the trolley problem joke. Those are like the three positives off the top of my head that I can think of, and everything else I think is bad because it's like you want to play this game because of the humor. Well, unless you're a huge fan of Justin Roiland, which like at this point I'm probably gonna keep my distance from you. No offense, buddy. Then it's like okay, well maybe the humor works for you, but then the gunplay is like really shit. And like, let's say you're a big fan of shooters, and you're like, oh well, this is a shooter. Who knows? I'll
If
try it out
if you want
because it's on
a
Game Pass.
funny if you want a funny game, there are so many better options. You could pick the Stanley Parable. That's like a really funny game, and it's actually like extremely witty. This is a game, I think, if you like Rick and Morty, you'll like this game. And I think that's basically what this game was made for, was people who like Rick and
Which
Morty.
just people, yeah, just people who like Rick and Morty.
And I do not enjoy that. I haven't anything I've seen from that show is like, I see one good moment in like a slew of horrible moments. So I just don't care. I think everything about it is extremely uninspired, because like even in their like other projects that Squanch Games is doing, it's all just same like, wow, look at these weird looking aliens, and then look at them do wacky things. Like there's no difference. They're all just like, let me make a weird character design and make him do something like absolutely crazy, and that's our humor.
Yeah, it's like I'm trying to think of games that I genuinely find like funny, like Stanley Parable, which I've played and I agree is very
The
funny.
game that I
Uh,
think of is Manual Samuel, which is very silly.
I've never heard of Manuel Samuel, but I'll
It's
try to check it out.
it.
Um,
Oh,
a s- uh, Another game I think of, which this one's a lot more like definitely just towards my style. I think the Ace Attorney trilogy, or at least the first one, is fucking hilarious.
oh my
Um,
God, my hemorrhoids are doing the Harlem Shake is one of the funniest things I have ever seen.
yeah, dude, like I think that the Phoenix Wright trilogy is fucking hilarious. So, but I definitely get that there's
The
more.
Yakuza series.
Oh, Yakuza is really
If you
funny. I need
want,
to
if you
play a
want,
Yakuza
like,
game.
if you want random bullshit go as like a humor, do the Yakuza series, because there's so much more charm and effort behind it than this game, which just I I just like I feel a little bad doing this video, just because it's like you're just hearing us be negative for 30 minutes. Or
Yeah, I like that is like it's just like again, I just think this is one of the worst
we
games I've played.
and
And
I'm surprised it's getting a sequel. I am so surprised that it is getting a sequel.
yeah, I think it got a lot of buzz just because like, people
People
are like,
like
"Oh, it's Rick and
people
Morty."
like Rick and Morty.
Yeah, people like Rick and Morty.
And
But like
from what I've seen of the sequel, the one thing I will say that like looks interesting is the movement looks so much better in the second game.
yeah,
Which
I haven't seen anything. Like I see any clip from it and it's just like the most unfunny shit ever and I'm like I just
I
can't do it
haven't
again.
seen any of the humor. All I've seen is that
One okay,
you
there's
ride on a big skateboard, and it's that, and like the movement of the skateboard is actually like pretty okay,
So
pretty good.
I saw a clip about the humor, and it was all about it was supposed to be parodying God of War Ragnarok, and like games like that where like you mess up, you can't figure out the puzzle, and it's like basically spells it out to you. But it did it in the most obnoxious, annoying way that it became unfunny, which is not a shock.
Yeah. So basically, what we are trying to say is neither of us enjoyed this game. It's one of the most forgettable games I've ever played. I know Connor thinks it's one of the worst games he's ever played.
The only reason I remember this game is because it is one of the very few games that I can say is like below a 5 out of 10 that I've played. And that's not a very big list.
Yeah, same here. I have other games that I dislike more, but this one is up here. And now that I'm older, you will never even like catch me anywhere near this type of game again. If you enjoy this game, listen, that's completely
And honestly,
up to
I'm just
you.
gonna say this right now. If you have made it this far and you are like a fan of this game, I honestly respect you so much for that. Because trust me, if I had to sit through like a 30-minute video of someone like, I don't know, shit talking Mario Galaxy, I wouldn't make it this far. So like
I
props to you.
I might make it this far just to see like their points, because like there might just be a thing of, since it's been a while since I played this game, I might not remember some of the good points, but for a game to be this forgettable to where like nothing is like that interesting, I think I'm okay to never think about or touch this game again. Even
Yeah.
if they are making a second one, and I will no doubt see clips of it on my phone and go, wow, that was actually a little funny. And then I will not miss any of the horrible other jokes that will be in like the
Yeah.
15 hours of gameplay.
And I think we can move on to concluding points. I think we've
Oh, yeah, that was basically my concluding point.
Okay, then I'll move on to mine. So yeah, again, I think this is one of the worst games I've ever played. I think it's very unfunny. I think its gunplay and gameplay just kind of sucks ass. It has a non-existent story and characters, and it is genuinely just so obnoxious. Another reason I don't this isn't a main reason, but I only found this out recently, but they have used like AI generated stuff in their as for like background posters. They did like AI generate like stuff for that, which big no for me. And yeah, no, I mean that's really all I can say that hasn't been said before of like us just again, I don't really like doing overly negative videos like this. But sometimes you just gotta vent, you know?
Yeah.
Sometimes you just gotta get shit off your chest, and like I'm probably never gonna think about this game again after this point. So it's just nice to get all my thoughts out on it before I just cease to forget or just cease to remember it exists.
Yeah, and now after talking about this, I kind of want to cleanse my palate with like a much better FPS game, so I might be on the lookout for that.
I can recommend a few if you want.
Well, that will be for another time, because right now
True.
we both just want to be done with this awful game. Like,
Yeah.
put it simply, awful
Um,
game.
to wrap this all up, don't play this game. Instead, play Outer Wilds.
If you want to play a first-person shooter, play Doom. If you want to play a funny game, play a game like Stanley Parable or Yakuza. And if you want a space adventure, hell, play Outer Worlds.
Yeah, not even Outer Wilds, just Outer Worlds.
No, Outer Wilds, I think, like, if you're looking for space adventure and you're coming from this video, I think starting with Outer Worlds is better than Outer Wilds.
Yeah, it's an easing it in.
But yes, with that, we have been Fetch Quest, and if you
If you
disagree and you have like, if you think there are like great points about this game, I would love to hear it. I would actually love to hear how this game actually has like good points, because I just cannot remember them.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. If you disagree and you can do it in a manner that's not just being like you suck, kill yourself, um, then leave that in the comments. And if you do like this type of content, um, then make sure to leave a like and subscribe. We'd really appreciate it. Share it with anyone who you think might be interested in seeing us shit on High on Life for like 35 minutes. And yeah, with that being said, we have been Fetch Quest, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Goodbye.